And yes, it's out in the garden again. A warm welcome along. My name's Chris Reardon. This is United Kingdom Talk, our 3 times a week talk show that you can listen to on the radio or indeed download at your leisure by going to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Hope you're well. Yes, it's a beautiful day here. Well, I'm creating this chat extravaganza, that the sun is shining, the washing's in the machine, it's all happening. There's nothing better than a nice sunny day, is it? Yeah, oh yes, summer has arrived. I've got a lovely bowl of fruit in front of me to add to artistic values and to make everything look a bit better. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't matter how many bowls of fruit I place around me, I still don't look any better, but I am starting to look the same colour as the orange, which is in a bowl in front of me at the moment, but that's not because I do sunbeds. Don't do sunbeds. I've told you that before. Dangerous, nasty, cancer-ridden things they are. Awful. Don't do sunbeds. Well, news on my nephew Gary has now had his minor operation and he's home and recovering from that. But apparently he's got to go back in hospital for a larger operation to stop what is wrong happening again. He's got a problem with ingrowing hairs. And when they grow in, apparently they start to form abscesses. And that's his problem. So I don't know what they're going to do, but he's going to go back in hospital. Gary is also not one to take tablets. And I must admit, I used to be a bit like that. I'm a bit better now, but he doesn't like to take tablets. And apparently, he was 25. Was he 24? He's 24. And apparently, while he was in hospital, he managed to take a whole tablet. The world erupted in applause. It really did. So that's the news on Gary. I'm rushing through my little bits and pieces because I want to try and clear our lovely backlog of emails today. All right? Something has arrived from eBay. New slippers, look. Oh, yes. Mine. Oh, I haven't taken the label off. Oh, dear. Oh, hang on. My papers are going everywhere. Haven't taken the label off. That's better. My new velour slippers from eBay. Black with kind of... Oh dear, it is a bit windy out here. Black with silver stripes. Very nice indeed. How much? How much? £3. Thank you. £3 from eBay. Now they are... Oh, my papers. 1 minute. I'm going to have to hold on to these for the whole show, aren't I? Because it's a bit windy out here. 1 minute, 1 minute. Oh, my word. Hang on a minute. Oh. Just... Oh, it's a nightmare. There we are. I'm going to have to hold on to these for the whole show. There we are. What was I saying? Oh, yes, the new slippers from eBay. £3 plus postage and packaging. A size 9... I'm sure I ordered size 8, but size 9 arrived. But actually, with a pair of socks, they're OK. So, new slippers from... I told you, didn't I? I keep telling you to look on eBay, whatever you're going to buy. I don't know, I've never looked for food, but I wouldn't have thought you'd order food off eBay. Whatever you're going to buy, go to the shops, check the price, and then go on eBay. You'd be surprised. It's actually my sister, really, that introduced me to this thing years ago. I mean, I knew about it, but I'd never used it. You can get all sorts of stuff, everything on there. Everything. I've also ordered a set of wood drills. You know, drills that do wood. They're £5.99, and I've already been to the DIY shop, and they were about twice that. What else have I bought off there recently? Some records, that sort of thing. Although I did buy another record this week. Where's that gone now? Ah, yes. Remember I was whittering on about the Eurovision Song Contest? Well, the CD is now out. Okay? The Eurovision Song Contest, Moscow 2009. There's some very good tracks on this, OK? Now, this cost me from play.com £8.99. You get 42 tracks on here, and there's some really good music. It's not one type of music. It's not R&B, it's not pop, it's not rock. It's a bit of everything on here. So many different tracks, one from each country, and it's got to be the best. I know I keep going on about it. It's got to be the best Eurovision CD there's been for a long time. The show was the best I've ever seen. I mean, it really was. So there's some music worth getting hold of. Don't download it. Don't download it. You know, it's just nice to have this is a thing, like, although I'm a DJ and I now DJ exclusively on laptop. No CDs, no vinyl, just the laptop. The reason is because it's easy to carry around one laptop rather than crates of records or endless booklets of CDs. I mean, it really is easier to DJ off a laptop, but it's not the same downloading a tune and just having it sitting there on your computer. You can't even see it. There's nothing physical, and it's so much nicer. Now and again, if there's something that you really look like, to actually buy the compact disc or indeed the record if you've still got a record player. So that's it. Please buy this. I'm not getting paid. No, I'm not. This is not product placement. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think this is something you'd enjoy. Suko in New York, who I chatted to for a long time the other night, didn't I? On the Skype. It was lovely. Suko, I'm sure you would like this, because you like world-type things, don't you? I like world-type things, Suko. I do, just not the food. I mean, as long as as long as there's a place I can get chips from, I'd be happy to come to a country. I really will. Okay, the Eurovision Song Contest CD and the DVD's coming out soon as well. Buy that one. Although I didn't get that. Yeah, I got that from play.com. £8.99. Bargain. £8.99 for 42 tracks. Brilliant, isn't it? So that's that. Birmingham. Well, I've done 2 nights at Birmingham now. It's a really slow start. It's going to be a bit of an uphill struggle, that one. But we've got a fantastic manager in there. His name's Lee. And his rather glamorous assistant called Gary, also known as Grace. And Gary, he's a bit of a laugh, he is. He really is a bit of a laugh. So, lovely staff down there. I've met all the staff 2 or 3... Was it 3 times now? 3 times now. And it's a fantastic venue. The place is called Route 2. And as I say, it's in Birmingham. The music I do there, I mix all night long. There's very little talk from me. I mean, to be quite honest, I don't know how I managed to keep my mouth closed so long with that rubbish coming out of it every 5 minutes. But yes, I mix music all night long in there, and it's got a nice dance floor, fantastic sound and light system in there, but it needs building. It desperately needs building up, because what's happened over the years before my friend took it over, it has been left to kind of go, if you see what I mean. And it's had years of neglect. And now I've had other venues now in that area who have got the customers that they used to have, and it's going to be a long uphill struggle. I like a challenge. I absolutely like a challenge, and this is a challenge. I'd be looking at, I think, from my experience, between 6 and 9 months before we start seeing results in there. It's going to be a long uphill struggle, but the company that owns it, and certainly the manager, and certainly myself, we believe in it. It's so nice in there. This place is huge. It's absolutely huge. And the floor is, I mean, it's not, but it looks like it's that marble floor. Those, you know, that stone that looks like marble. I don't think it is marble, but beautiful. It's got a massive stage, lit very well. I don't know what else to say about it. It's got an area where they have loads of machines and games. It has an area where there's all settees for people to sit down. And it has a massive area for people to stand and indeed people to dance. Problem is, there's very few people going in there at the moment. But I'm hoping, I pray that place turns around. Because if it does, I mean, really, if it does, that will kind of be the jewel in the crown. You know? It's just a fantastic venue. But it needs a lot of work. And I think it's the case with a lot of things that you try. At first, The secret is you have to keep it going. That's the secret. You must keep it going and believe in it. If you stop believing in it, it won't work. Really. But I believe in it, and so does Lee, the manager there, and Grace, the assistant manager. And people that have gone there recently, who haven't been in there for a while, are surprised at how different it is. Because Lee's gone in there and he's painted the entire thing on his own. Oh yeah, he's a bit of a workhorse. He's very artistic. Now, I wouldn't say I'm artistic. I might be able to talk, but when it comes to actually seeing how things look, decorating, even like while I'm doing this show, I'm never quite sure, does it look all right around me? Oh, there's nothing I can do about me, but where I position the camera and all that, those of you watching on YouTube, I'm never quite sure how well it looks. Interestingly, the shows that we've been doing in the studio since the studio was decorated, of course, you'll notice the camera is now at a different angle. And instead of facing me and the wall, it now faces me and the equipment. Varying different levels of kind of satisfaction with that by some of the lovely emails that come in. Some people like the fact that now it's no longer got a wall covered with bits of paper and lovely things that people have sent in. It's very plain, the wall. Other people like to see the equipment. Other people would like to see the bits of paper and the Union Jack and the map and everything. They'd like to see something back on that wall. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think we should do with the studio now that it's all been decorated? Do we want to put things back on the wall? Well, I don't have a problem. I just need a bit of advice on that, really. No artistic eye, OK? I can't see these things. Let us know. The email address of the show is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Also, just going back to the eBay thing, do you buy a lot from eBay? OK? What has been your experiences with eBay? Good stuff? What have you bought? Have you bought anything really expensive? Has anyone watching or listening to the show who's bought something like perhaps a car from eBay? Or something like that? Or maybe you can buy a partner from eBay. I'll have to try that one. Let us know. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Yes, so Birmingham, it's going to take a good 6 to 9 months, maybe a year, before we get it going. And that's on Friday nights. I DJ there. Friday nights between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Friday nights in Birmingham, and we usually have a cabaret on as well, around about 11:30, 12 o'clock. All right, it's free entry as well. Route 2, Hurst Street in Birmingham. Now, if you wonder what sort of music I play there, you can always download one of my DJ mixes, and that is very, very similar to the music I play there. And that's all. It's all free. Don't worry. We're not asking. When have I ever asked you for? Come on. When have I ever asked you for money? Never. Never once have I asked you to a donation or anything like that. There's no donation button or anything like that on my site. It's all give, give, give. I am a registered charity. I really am a registered charity. OK? Now, the music I play there, you can download one of my weekly mixes. I make a brand new DJ mix every week, usually about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes long, so it will fit on a CD for you, OK? Fully licensed by the PRS for music, the licence, right through to next January. And on bank holidays, I usually record an extra long one on bank holidays, because I work at somewhere in London called the Two Brewers on Sundays, and on a bank holiday they have like two parts to this club. They have the main area, which is always open, but the club bar is only open Fridays and Saturdays, and bank holiday on Sundays, bank holiday Sundays. We have 5 or 6 of those a year here in the UK. All right? So on those bank holiday Sundays, I take my recording gear in there and I record the entire, or most of the set. So often you'll find a set up on this site that lasts 5.5 hours. But at the moment, the one up there at the moment is about hour and 20... Well, you'll find lots of them. Hour and 20 minutes usually. And you'll find that by going to chrisreardonshow.co.uk. chrisreardonshow.co.uk. All right? It's all music. There's no talking at all on that. It's club music, fairly light, okay? There's nothing too heavy. Bang, 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 there's none of that rubbish. Good God, no, it tends to have a little bit of vocal and a little bit of tune to it. Now and again, it might get a little bit too heavy, but nothing like... I mean, we're not talking drum and bass here. Oh, God, I hate that. Have you ever heard drum and bass? Oh, what a load of noise that is. Anyway, try yourself one of those mixes, okay? Once again, the address is chrisreardonshow.co.uk. chrisreardonshow.co.uk. What else is happening? In the garden, well, the grass has had a cut now at last. All the bulbs have died down, and it's looking very nice out here. Very nice. I reseeded an area by the door. You know, you always get that area, you know, where your back door or your front door is, the bit where you first walk out onto the grass. And while the winter comes on, gradually that area gets barer and barer, and eventually, by sort of January, all you've got in front of the back door is like an area of mud. Anyway, I reseeded that area about 10 days ago, and you wouldn't have thought that it had been... It's just over there, just down there. And you wouldn't have thought that had been a mud area now. It's just beautiful and green. And last night, for the first time this year, I watered the garden as well. And it's all very green at the moment, all very green and beautiful. The only thing is, of course, after watering the garden, you've got to put the snail things down again. Because they just come again. It's just awful. As I said on the last show, I've been lucky with the snails now. I've got those snail pellets down very, very early this year, before they came out, and so far, so good. Because I tell you, if I miss that, if I suddenly stop putting them down, I can guarantee those snails will be in and out, and they'll have my blooming tomatoes and all my vegetables away, which I'm trying to grow at the moment in the corner there, which you saw a couple of shows ago. It's all coming on very well, thank you very much. All right, so grass has been cut, and that's it, really. Okay, email time, boys and girls, email time. Let's see. Okay, first of all, let's go to Robert in Iceland, who's very proud at the moment. He's very, very proud. Thanks, Chris. I equally thought the United Kingdom song for the Eurovision Song Contest, yes, we're still going on about this, boys and girls, was great. I rather got the feeling that for a while, Iceland was worried that we might actually win the contest, and alas, we is broke up here on the roof of the world. We regard the Eurovision Song Contest highly, with many, many parties being held all over Iceland on that night. Isn't it a great thing, the Eurovision Song Contest, for getting people together? And certainly here in the UK we have parties now all over the country. I have to say, over recent years, I think the popularity of it has waned. But this year, it just felt the entire country was with it. And it's a good thing. It really brings people together, these big events, don't you think? Olympics, song competitions, everything like that. I love it. I love it. It's a bit like, well, if I'm DJing somewhere and you get all these nationalities and all that business coming together in one large club or room, and it's just so nice to have a really good mixture of people, don't you think? He says, the entry last year was the son of one of our friends, and we were very excited over that entry. I don't remember that one, to be honest. All in all, a good show, and I trust Leo will get me some tickets for next year. Now, yes, of course, Norway won the song contest this year with a very good-looking lad who plays the violin and who can sing a great song called Fairy Tale. Really, really very good song. And it's in Norway next year. I too want to go next year. I really want to go. Now, I've had a word with James Dean, host of the Matinee Show. That's matineeshow.co.uk, matineeshow.co.uk, and Nikki French, okay? And I've asked them to look into getting tickets. And what do we do? Because I don't know what to do. When it comes to travel and all that business, I'm a little bit in the dark. I'm never quite sure what to do. And I said to James, will you come with me? I said, if you can sort out the tickets, I might consider paying for them. I mean, how kind am I? You see, I told you. I'm ever just a charity. I really am. I also told Nikki French, you know, singer, she sung for the UK in 2000. I also told Nikki French that I would pay for her to go. And I'm kind of hoping that one of them forgets. Oh, no, it would be lovely. It can't be that expensive to do that. I'll have to have a look on ba.com. Hang on, let me just write a letter. Because I've got some air mile points as well. Surely I can use those, I would have thought, eh? I'm sure I could. Well done to our fellow Vikings. Yes, well done to Norway. Damn good song. Absolutely, damn good song. That Saturday, when the Eurovision was on, was a busy day for us in many ways, says Robert. Solveig Lilja. God, what does that say? Solveig Lilja. It's one of those foreign names, dear. That's why I'm not a newsreader. We can't do foreign names. Solveig Lilja was performing on stage in a dance musical, and I thought it was a bit windy out here. I hope that's not affecting the sound too much. And I thought my heart would explode with pride when she did her routine. She was on the stage of the Eurovision. I filmed it on Facebook using my cell phone, and yes, the quality of the filming is poor, but good enough for this proud papa. From Robert the Viking. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, maybe we'll meet there, Robert. Maybe you'll go and I'll go. Will you be flying one of your planes? Because Robert is a pilot. Will you be flying your 2-seater plane over there? Or could you not hire a 4-seater one and come via the UK and pick us all up? Oh, well, fantastic would that be? Huh? The trouble is, of course, you know, while I'm going through the airport, it's usually very embarrassing for anyone that's with me because people keep trying to grab me and get autographs from me as I walk through airports. You know, like when people like Beyonce and Oprah Winfrey, you know, when they walk through and they got fans, it's a bit like that for me. It's awful. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but you can't get through these swaves of people grabbing at you, you know, trying to get little bits of your clothing to take home and then sell on eBay later on, or perhaps put you know, they might have a pair of scissors and perhaps try and cut one of my fingers off. And then they put it in like a plastic thing or a glass thing, and it would become a paperweight. I get that all the time. It's terrible. Terrible. So you'd have to choose, Robert, like a private airport where not many people are. Okay. Oh, I like the idea of that. Being picked up and dropped off in Norway. Can you do that? Can you arrange that, Robert? How much would you charge us? How much is the petrol? Or the aviation fuel, isn't it? Special fuel. Aviation fuel. Could you fly your plane from Iceland to the UK and then to Norway? Would that cost a lot of money? Is that cheaper than EasyJet? Huh? Oh, dear. I think I mentioned Joe's mum already, but his mum's doing okay now. She's had some treatment for her problem, and that's coming along, and she's doing not too bad. It's in the 80s at the moment in Tennessee, which actually, what's the temperature? I've got 76 on my thermometer at the moment. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day here, and after I finish the show, I'm going to go on my bicycle and cycle into town. Got to pop in the bank there, and I forgot to get... Oh, what was it? Oh, just a minute. What's happened there? Oh, something just happened there on my little video thing. I don't know what happened there. That was odd. A little symbol came up. I hope the battery's not about to die, is it? Oh dear, 1 minute. Oh. I realise what's happened now. We've actually... Oh, dear me. Now stay there, because what's happened is we've run out of space on the video camera. I forgot to delete one of the the last show on the video camera, and we've actually run out of space on it. So what I need to do is delete something. The thing is, I can't remember which one it is I need to delete. Let's have a look. Let's just delete that. Stay there. If you're watching the show, stay there, because I've done something wrong here. Hang on, let's do that. There we are. I did notice a little warning light come up, and I should have taken notice of that. Hang on, you'll have the picture back on in a minute, I hope. There we are, 1 minute. I hope this sorts it out all right. Okay. And perhaps that one as well. Let's see. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, you know. There we are. Delete that as well. Stay there. Don't go away. Delete that. How silly of me. We run out of space on the video camera. It suddenly came up with a message, card full. There we are, that's done. Okay, now we'll carry on. Just a minute now, we'll carry on recording now, hopefully. There we are, back. Hang on, let me sit down. Sorry about that, I must pay attention to what's going on. I forgot, what you have to do with the video camera, it only holds a certain amount of video. I think it's 3 hours worth, and I haven't deleted the last 2 shows from it, which I should have done before we started, so sorry about that, but we're back now. Video continues. As I was saying, yes, Joe's mum's doing okay, so good news there. It is lovely and warm here. I'm going to go down the shops, do the bank, got to pop to the supermarket, because I went up yesterday to the supermarket and I got everything I wanted except the specific thing I went in for. Have you ever done that? Which was a little box of yeast so I can make my bread. I do my own homemade bread. Although I've cut right back on the bread. I've done very well with that. 1 slice a day now. I have 1 loaf a week instead of about 3, and I'm convinced that's what's helping the weight loss. I really am. Incidentally, I haven't weighed myself today. I won't do it now. We'll do it for the next show, okay? Joe says, his wife Amy says, put on a white T-shirt and wear the chocolate orange shirt unbuttoned. Sounds kind of retro 80s to me, but that's what she says, and she is always right. Thank you, Amy. Amy, I'm going to have to get you round here, my darling, and get you to design what we need behind us in the studio, or the positioning of the camera in the garden. I don't know what I'm doing, do I? Thank you. Let's see, where are we going now? Ah, yes, it's Suko, dear Suko in New York, who writes, on the subject of the recent shirt that I wore, the one that was too tight, the one with the stripes that I thought looked really nice. I thought it looked really nice, the Ted Baker one. Again, I bought on eBay. Beautiful shirt. She says, now let's see. If you cut the tight striped shirt up and make dust rags, you could probably get about 8 standard size. So figure out what you would have to sell them for on eBay to get your investment back. Oh God, it wasn't that bad, was it? Price of shirt, plus shipping, plus electricity used, plus man hours spent finding it, minus 1 wear equals X. You're not trying to do the algebra stuff on me, are you? You know I can't do algebra. It's all a complete mystery to me, algebra. She says, a little algebra challenge for you. I can't do algebra. It's pointless. Absolutely. When have you used algebra for your normal working life? You haven't, have you? Don't lie to me. Don't come out and lie to me. It's like all this trigonometry stuff and all that business with triangles and squares and those half circle, what are those? Protractors. What on earth is all that about? Please tell me when I've ever used that. I haven't. Oh, dear me. Dear me. So, thank you, Suko. From Millie in Minnesota, who says, hi, Chris. I've just finished watching a show, dated the 26th of May, so a couple of weeks ago, and the widescreen picture looks great. Yeah, we've sorted that out now. All we've got to sort out now is remembering how much is left on the camera. Dear me. I would love to have seen Sir Andrew on Eurovision Song Contest, but we don't get it over here, which I think is a great shame. You can get it on DVD, Millie. You must buy that on DVD. Eurovision Song Contest, Moscow 2009. I think it's out now. Presumably it'll be all right for your region as well. Now, I buy a lot of my DVDs from either HMV or Play.com. But please check the region first that it will work in your machines, because I know you have the wrong television system in the United States. Yeah, that's the wrong one. You also, in the United States, drive on the wrong side of the road. You do. You should all be driving on the left. Please change it immediately to suit us. It's shocking, really. You just go out there and do your own thing. Can't even watch our DVDs on your telly. What's going on there? How is the new venue in Birmingham? Well, I went over that, yeah. It's a bit quiet at the moment. It needs building. I do hope it's going well, but I think you're working much too hard again. Tut, tut. Oh, no. You can never work too hard, Millie. You've got to keep that money rolling in at all costs. I mean, I've got a cat to feed. You know, these things are expensive to keep them going. Poor pussy. My poor pussy don't want to get skinny. I want a fat pussy, yes. I was to go to my family's cottage this week, but now unable to go as my friend and assistant Lisa fractured a vertebrae in her back this past weekend. How awful. She's very lucky indeed, as her spinal cord was not injured, nor will she have to undergo surgery. She's in terrible pain and will have to take it easy for the next 6 to 8 weeks, but it could have been much worse. I didn't ask her, but she must have read my mind, as she was very quick to tell me this will in no way interfere with my trip over to the UK. So please keep her in your prayers as she recovers. Sending you hugs as usual, and I hope all is well in the world of Chris. Thank you, Millie. Yeah, what did she do to her back? How did she manage to do that? How did she fracture her... What, did she fall over or something like that, I wonder? Awful. My brother-in-law's brother has got a bad back. He hasn't been able to work for years, and he is in constant pain. And do you know how he got that? Picking up a can of baked beans. He just picked it up in the wrong way. Not a heavy can, just a normal size. He bent over, and it went, and it's never been the same since. Just strange how that can happen. Why can't they... I mean, what does happen? Why can't they just push it back into position? Or I don't understand that at all, how that happens. Now, as we've just done an email from Millie, one came in here from Jacqueline in Canada. Hello, Jacqueline. Now, I'll read it and comment as we go on. And there's no hi, Chris, or anything. All it starts off with is, you don't do that to people on air just because you claim not to understand. People refusing to give defence, that's all. Be kinder to people, huh? Not quite sure what's going on here. The subject is Millie saying hi to her friend and hugs and cuddles. That's the show dated the 16th of May, all right? She's talking about Millie. She does not have to be her friend to ingratiate herself to anyone. She is merely embellishing it more for you, and it's like kisses and O's, meaning kisses and hugs. Another word for from or sincerely. Who says she isn't her friend and in space on the internet? When they send their love, it's merely an expression. Jacqueline goes on to say, that is not your job to tell people what to say and write. Do you think people appreciate what you say about them? Well, Jacqueline, I actually don't think you understand what this show is about. This show is about sharing stories, that sort of thing. It is also a little bit of a kind of comedy look on life. Okay? Now, Millie knows full well that when I say to her, why are you sending hugs to people that you don't know, that sort of thing, I am actually having a laugh with her. Notice what I say there, having a laugh with her. Not laughing at her, having a laugh with her. The whole show is kind of based on a rather amusing thing, and most people get it. Most people understand what's going on. And I don't think you've quite grasped that, Jacqueline. Maybe you should perhaps watch a few more shows and see what the show's about. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not attacking anyone here. Absolutely not. I'm trying to explain to you that the show is a laugh. It's not to be taken too seriously. It is there to amuse people. My bit while I'm talking to Millie and saying, well, what's all this hugs and all this going on? Why are you sending hugs? Do you think I'm actually being serious there? Because Millie doesn't. And similarly, the responses are towards Millie. Now, it's often... that's the wrong word to use. It has happened in the past, rarely, but it has happened, where I've been having a joke with someone either on this show or perhaps in a club or something like that, and the person that I'm having a joke with laughs. I've mentioned a couple of times the story of many, many years ago, about 15 years ago, I was working at another place in Hammersmith called the Penny Farthing, which is no longer there. And I used to play records and do a little bit of chat on a Sunday afternoon there. And there was a man that used to come in, and as time went on, he was ill, okay? He wasn't well at all. As time went on, he ended up in a wheelchair, and he got iller and iller as time went on. And often, he liked my sense of humour, okay? He liked the sense of humour. And we connected in this room of people. And week in, week out, he would come. Sometimes he would disappear for a while. And I knew when he wasn't there, he was in hospital. And then he'd come back again. And one week I says, oh, here he is again. Managed to drag yourself out of that hospital bed, have you? And he looked up and smiled. I said, yeah. I said, I don't know why you're smiling. I am livid. I am livid that you're not here every week. Oh, yeah, but I was in hospital. That's not the point. I said, it's not the... But you use the hospital as an excuse not to come to my Sunday afternoons. I think it's a liberty. I said, I've told you before. Bring your bed in. You can have your drips set up there. A couple of nurses to look after you and a doctor on standby. But make sure you're here. The place erupted. Okay? And he also was laughing his head off. The joke was to make him smile. Not anyone else. It was for him. It was to make that sick man feel better. He's died now. He died a number of years ago. But I'm pleased that I made that man smile. A week later, an anonymous letter arrived. And it said in this letter, I think you're very cruel, taking the mick out of someone who is very ill like that. How do you know he wasn't hurt? Well, I know he wasn't hurt because he was laughing. You know, even when people are smiling, you know when someone says something to you and you're smiling, okay, but actually you're quite hurt. The person who's made the comment or whatever would know if that person had been offended. And I'm telling you now, that man was not offended. I made his afternoon. I bought perhaps... As I do, I try to bring a little bit of smiling in people's lives. But you've got to have a sense of humour. I'm afraid if you don't have a sense of humour, you won't get it. Similarly, with Millie and many other people, which we're going to come through on your email, we'll read the whole thing out. Millie has a wicked sense of humour, the same as me. And she'll be sitting there in her motorised wheelchair, shaking from side to side, laughing, hopefully. And not running anyone over. Again, that was directed at Millie. You, as the third party, may well be offended, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid. Okay? Millie is amused. The joke was for Millie. I don't understand why you come to me and tell me that you're offended for Millie, because she isn't. She would I'm telling you now, she would tell me. Millie is a very strong character. She would tell me if she was upset. So please, don't come through to me and tell me that that I don't know how people feel, because I do. Okay? If you don't have a sense of humour, I suggest you don't watch or listen. It's as simple as that. I try and make people smile. If you haven't got a sense of humour, you won't see it. There are people out there who seek to be offended. They're always there. They get up in the morning and they look around for things that will offend them and immediately complain. Wonder why that is. Why can't you just go along? Why can't they just go along with life and laugh at it? Because let's face it, it's not laughing at us. It's certainly not laughing at me. I'm laughing at life and what it throws at us. and the crosses we all have to bear. I've got a couple myself, but I laugh at them because that's how I deal with it, and I try and get other people to laugh. Jacqueline carries on. Why don't you talk about your friends in a sense of past tense to protect them in the present? Use the term an old friend long ago is better. No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is, because when these people, when our dear friends and loyal listeners, when I talk about people, they like it. Otherwise they wouldn't be listening in the first place, Jacqueline. They wouldn't be listening. She says, I would not be wanting to be your friend if you are broadcast all about the way I live. Fine. As I've said before, not everyone likes this show. Not everyone likes all shows. Not everyone liked Frank Sinatra. Some people you like, some people you don't. That's the way of the world. Can you imagine if you liked everything? How boring would that be? She says, someone who is listening along with me said the reason why someone is ironing the sheets, maybe, that would be my friend Ronnie, maybe it's because of mites. Some just feel more comfortable. It's comfort levels, that's all. Yeah, well, we know that. Ronnie irons the sheets before he gets in because that's more comfortable for him. Yes, I understand that. But it's still funny that he does that, and he is amused the way I talk about him. So why do you think he's offended? I think you're being offended through other people, and, well, I can't comment on that, really. You don't even know the other people. Notice the difference between accepting differences and pointing them out in the way that I do. Gee, do you always talk about your friends? Yes, I do. And they are amused by it, and it's for their amusement, and everyone else's. Because, as I keep saying, they have senses of humour. Sometimes, for whatever reason, you can't tune in to other people's kind of frequencies. Now, for my own part, take, for example, the TV series Friends. Hugely popular. Millions and millions of viewers. I can't stand it. I just don't think it's funny. Because for some reason, that's not the frequency I'm on. Okay? So, Jacqueline, all I would say, is you're not on my frequency. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. It's not a bad thing. You don't like what I do? That's fine. That's okay. But all these things you're pointing out, I've got an answer for all of them. She says, I don't have to make sentences. Who is making the rules here? Don't know what you're going on about there, my love. She says, I listened and I appreciate nonetheless there is no way anyone accepts critics. They see them as enemies, not as best friends. They are helping you by presenting critical thought. Hey, we all find a way to make it in life. Yes, we certainly do, Jacqueline. As I say, I do this show. Critics, well, some critics are just downright awful, aren't they? I always think it's very sad, Jacqueline, when people spend an awful amount of time perhaps making, being singers or on stage or anything like that, and then someone comes down and is quite nasty with the criticism. Quite nasty. The X Factor, I'm a huge respect for Simon Cowell. Huge respect. But sometimes the way he talks to people is a little bit sharp, I think. In the way he kind of ruins their dream by telling them the truth. But by telling them the truth, he is also doing them a favour. Because he knows the people that can't sing. I just don't agree with the way it's said on the television in front of millions of people. I would rather take someone to the side, but that is, of course, the nature of the programme, Jacqueline, isn't it? She goes on to say, make a show for Canada, so we can know what is different from here, or what you would not find there that you would here, and same the other way also. What is in the UK that is not in Canada by now? Can't really do that, Jacqueline, because I've never been to Canada. So I don't know the differences between Canada and the UK, except perhaps that there's a difference in the way humour works there. That's the only thing I can think of. But as for making a show specifically for Canada, I'm not Canadian, so I can't do that. Maybe you should do one. Have you ever thought about podcasting? You could probably got the equipment to do it now. You don't need loads of expensive equipment like I have now. You can do it with a simple microphone. You don't need a camera. Just do an audio one. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. Onwards to Australia now. And CW writes, "Good day, Chris. It's Chris from Victoria, Australia here. Hope all is well with you and your new shirts. My new cheap shirts. Yes, I've got another one on today. Lovely. What make is this? It's Ralph Lauren. It's got the little logo on there. It's like someone playing polo, I think it is. And I've got a blue and white, very small checked shirt on today. And as I've put my arms down, I can feel the sweat under my arms suddenly touch me, and it's awful. Oh my God, look. The sweat under my arms is just particularly bad today. I shall take this off as soon as I finish it and put that in the washing machine. I can hear the spin dryer going. Can you hear that or not? It's a bit quiet, that washing machine. Hope is well. And talking about washing machines, again, my mate Ronnie, the one who irons the sheets and all that, he's had terrible trouble with his washing machine. He's called them out a few times now. And first time the bloke came, and they want an all-day appointment, you know. What time are you coming? Tuesday. Well, what time? Well, it'd be sometime Tuesday between 8 and 6. Don't you hate that? Don't you blooming well hate that? Anyway, so the first time the bloke come round, he said, oh yeah, it needs a new part. So it went away. And then a period of about 12 days went past. The new part arrives, he comes back, right, take the washing machine apart. Guess what? It's the wrong part. And he then wanted to leave the washing machine unconnected? What's the word? He took it apart. Oh, I can't think of the word now. He wanted to leave the washing machine in bits. A bit in the bathroom, a bit in the kitchen. And my mate went mad. He says, you're not leaving my washing machine like that. He said, do something with it. He said, what? You know, and he was really annoyed. He's had a lot of trouble with his washing machine, my mate Ron. And he's got an extended warranty, you see? We talked about it a couple of shows ago. So even with an extended warranty, OK, he may get it fixed eventually, but look at the mucking about he's had to do. I mean, I would rather have just gone out and bought a new one rather than have all that problem. Mind you, you don't know, do you? Because, you know, the bloke could have come and fixed it there and then, couldn't he? Terrible time he's had with his washing machine. I should be hanging my washing up before I cycle into town. Hope all is well with you and your new shirts. I have to say, I listen to both of your shows now, and I can't get enough of you. Both of them. What do you mean both of them? There's 3, dear. There's three United Kingdom talks a week. Isn't there? Don't let stardom go to your head, though, mate. I'm writing to say I won a trip to the Philippines in August. And quite a hot time of the year to go to such a place. I have been reading all over the internet that there is a lot of police corruption and thieves, prostitutes and scam artists there. Oh, well, you'll fit in well then, Chris, won't you? I mean, you really will. All those, I'm just wondering which category of those you fall into, actually. Jacqueline, I'm having a joke with him, dear. It's humour. Oh, she'll be sending another letter in. She really will. She says, I recognise that in a lot of places in the world are like this being a traveller and such, but it worries me a bit. Yeah, me too. That's why another reason I don't go travelling much, because I never feel at ease in a foreign... Only Australia. I think Australia is possibly the only foreign country, and I don't even class it as foreign, that I've felt safe in walking around. Strange, isn't it? You talked in the past about being places you think were a bit dodgy and wanted your opinion on this. I also wonder if any of your listeners or viewers have been there and what is their take on it. Cheers, Chris from Victoria. So, have we got anyone that's been to the Philippines? Because Chris in Australia has won a trip to the Philippines. If you've been and you can give him advice, please write in and we'll pass it on, OK? I'll read it out on air. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I don't think we have any listeners or viewers in the Philippines, but if you are, any advice for Chris, please? It's chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I will say, when I go abroad, I always purchase a safe. You usually got a safe in your hotel bedroom. I always have one of those. And if for some reason I don't, I carry all my money and passports around with me all the time. And I've got one of those awful belts. You know those money belts? They are awful, awful things, but they tend to keep your money safe. So might be worth thinking about getting a money belt, Chris, OK? All right? There we are. Now, where are we going now? Let me see. Ah, yes. Hello to Andy. I haven't heard from you for ages, Andy. Who writes, "Hi, Chris," and he's talking about the MP's expenses. We've got a bit of a scandal going on at the moment here in the UK. Yeah, I know, a scandal other than me. "I thought Douglas Hogg's claim for cleaning his moat was unbeatable until the story of the duck house came out." Someone's claimed for a second home for your ducks. "I see your MP, Andrew Mackay, is having to step down, Chris." Yes, he is, and he has. Andrew Mackay, the MP, is stepping down after being heckled by his constituents at a public meeting. Were you there? No, I wasn't, but I should have gone. That would have been exciting, wouldn't it? It's shocking. He and his wife, also an MP, have both claimed for second homes, and they saw no problem with it. These people have absolutely no shame. Roll on the Euro elections, and I have no doubt a greatly increased vote for the UK Independence Party. And that's from Andy. Andy, it's shocking. It's shocking. And it's one after another. One MP after another is being rumbled. Yes, you're right, though. On paper, I don't believe they are actually doing anything wrong. This is the system that the government has got in place. But it's just so... It's the elitist, isn't it? It's the elitists. The MPs that we vote in, they vote themselves things. They vote themselves pay rises. They vote themselves expense things. I mean, for God's sake. It's so wrong. Wouldn't you like a job where you could just sit there and, oh, well, I think I'll have a rise this year. I'm going to give myself another rise of £10,000 this year. That's what they're doing. There needs to be an independent thing. How dare they vote themselves rises? Way, way above inflation. And it's hitting them back now. And I'm telling you what, the only way that the people are getting very angry now. This is worrying. There's a lot of people very, very angry, and this could turn nasty. We've seen this before in other countries. I'm not liking the look of this at all, but I'm not happy with the way MPs and you see them on the interviews, dear, don't you? Trying to justify their expenses. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Now, I work in London. Right? I drive in every night. Well, not every night, but I drive in, and it's a good hour's drive for me. I can't claim for a flat in London. It's so wrong. It's so totally and utterly wrong. Anyway, Chris also sends me a little picture here of a duck house. I wonder who claimed for that. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, Andy, wasn't it? Thank you, Andy. Nice to hear from you, sir. Let me see. How are we doing on time? We've got about 4 minutes left. We're doing all right. Oh, the email address of the show, I haven't given you that for a while. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Wayne in Reading. Hello, Wayne. Few emails from you to catch up on. He says, while talking about Jake Dean, he's calling him, you went to say Reading, but instead said wedding. Are you proposing, dear? No, I'm not. Proposing to you, Wayne, in Reading? I could never go out with someone who lives in Reading. Good God, are you having a laugh? He says, sorry, I'm taken. As for crumble, as in fruit crumble, I'm not a sweet person, but I have to say there is one dessert I do love, and that is a good old home-cooked crumble. Sadly, I don't have it often, so I'll await my invite. Yeah, I do quite a nice, I do crumbles, although I have to admit, I do cheats. And I buy the topping already in a packet, which is a bit of a cheat, really, isn't it, Wayne? He says, I'm sure you're aware by now, but while you were doing one of your shows in the studio, we were able to see the books, and while you were with the books in front of you, holding up the microphone. It's all bits and pieces here, dear. Well, while you were wittering on, I counted how many pages in the book there were showing, and the answer is 1,224 pages showing. He said, honestly, though, the other mic stand on the, you know, the big, I've got a big mic stand that's like on a swing round bracket thing with a spring. He says it looks more professional, more radio studio-like. By the way, you should have kept the first because it sounded like a great show. The first what? Oh, I see, yeah, because I had to record the show twice the other week, didn't I? When it went a bit wrong. Well, this one's gone a bit wrong. There's a little bit of about a minute of video missing in the middle, but it's back now. He says, will your studio mic stand not hung the mic down from above? That could be a way of keeping the mic stand out of the way. Yeah, but you see, the point is we video the show as well now, and it will look a bit silly, a mic hanging down in front of me. That's why there's one, like, at table level now. He says, harder to hear you could be the attraction. Pardon? Or maybe you could do a silent show with no mic on and we could try and lip read. Keep up the good work and keep trying to make us smile. I do try, but you've got to have a sense of humour, Wayne. Most people have. Some people haven't got it, unfortunately, but there you go. That's the way of the world. As always, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me on United Kingdom Talk. My email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I'm now going to hang up my washing and cycle into town to go to the bank and go to the Sainsbury's to buy my little box of yeast. I'll see you on the next show. From myself, Chris Reardon, thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.